What began as a fascination with flea markets spiralled into a 40-year obsession.
But there was a time when I just sort of would run around and buy almost anything and everything.
Businessman Trevor Kennedy spent decades trawling antique shops and auction houses. Anything Australiana caught his eye.
That's a terribly important thing. The estimate was £4,000 to £6,000. I finished up paying £125,000. I think I got swindled, frankly.
He built his own museum to house the thousands of works spanning 2 centuries of Australian ceramics, jewellery and fine art. Personal pieces from hero aviator Sir Charles Kingsford Smith.
Kingsford Smith actually had this brooch made for his wife. He smuggled it back into the country. That was to avoid duty.
And the World Championship belt won by Lionel Rose against fighting Harada. But at age 78, Trevor Kennedy says it's time to part ways.
I can't tell you how grateful I am to the Museum of Australia for taking on this collection, because it was always my great fear that it would be dispersed to the 4 winds.
The National Museum's paying $8 million for thousands of the pieces. Mr Kennedy is donating another $7 million worth.
They've still left a bit behind, but there was a lot of junk as well, you see.
It's the kind of collection that will sustain the National Museum for Stories for generations.
This is the pinnacle of our careers. The kind of acquisition that we see here today that the museum is making, both through purchase and donation, comes along once in a lifetime. It may never be repeated, quite frankly.
Now begins the painstaking task of cataloguing box after box of items, work that'll likely take years. But the museum says it wants to put a large part of it on public display as soon as it can to show off its most expensive purchase to the nation. Craig Allen, ABC News, Canberra.